Good afternoon. This is Ron Mickens, live from Lakeland, Florida, Polk County, Florida. You know the topic, fraud upon the court by our judges and our attorneys. Make no mistake about it. You cannot miss this particular video. We're going to get started by showing you where Judge Moore committed a fraudulent material misrepresentation like I have never seen before in my lifetime, ever. Oh, what a trick. So I'm gonna get into it. Make no mistake about it. At the end of this video, you should have no doubt in your mind that Judge Moore committed fraud upon the court. I'm somewhat piggybacking, so you get it. You be the judge. All right. Arguments on the Damron's cross appeal. Damron filed a cross appeal objecting to this fraudulent misrepresentation. That meant we also filed an appeal objecting to this fraudulent misrepresentation. Damron Construction's attorneys agreed with us and they corroborated. And this is what they said. So stay with me. Stay with me. Because you won't have any doubt that Judge Moore committed fraud upon the court. She made a fraudulent misrepresentation. The court erred in granting rescission when neither party sought such relief. Judge Moore granted rescission based upon her finding that the Mickens were essentially seeking rescission, and that while the Mickens could have been much clearer as to their desire for rescission, the Mickens are before the court pro se, and the court finds that the Mickens have made sufficient allegations in their counterclaims and arguments before the court to state a cause of action for rescission. Those findings are factually and legally incorrect for a number of reasons. They're saying that they agree with us that Judge Moore's misrepresentation is factually and legally correct for a number of reasons. So stay with me. Let's hear why they say Judge Moore was making this material misrepresentation. They said first, at the time the Mickens counterclaims were prepared and filed, as well as at the time their claims was tried to the court, the Mickens were represented by counsel. Neither the Mickens nor their counsel ever filed pleadings seeking rescission of the construction contract. To the contrary, in count 5 of their counterclaims, the Mickens sought damages for the alleged breach of construction contract, while in count 2 of their counterclaim, they sought cancellation of the deed, but not the construction contract. Cancellation and rescission is the same thing. To suggest or find that their pleadings effectively sought rescission ignores the plain and direct prayers for relief in the pleadings filed by their counsel and supplants those pleadings with the lower court's unsolicited evaluation. Let's make sure we understand. When we file our counterclaim for fraud, cancellation of deed, quiet title, ejectment, breach of construction contract, this shows This is the pleading. This is the counterclaim. This is the pleadings. This shows what our desire. This is what we went and told our attorney. We had several attorneys to make sure we had what our desire was. Doug Lockwood and James Yancey, who is a judge now, they're the one that wrote our counterclaim for us on our behalf. We told them what our desire was and what we were seeking. That's the only way that you show what your desire and what you're attempting to prove in court. You see the lie? No, Judge Moore, get it. Judge Moore is not Ron and Gloria Mickens' lawyer. That's fraud on the court. How's she going to tell us what we desire and what we are attempting? And ain't never talked to her. We never saw her before. She taking and replacing our lawyer, our pleadings, and everything else. That is a lie. Let's go on. Let's continue. Because they're corroborated and they agree that this is a major misrepresentation. They said, second, Damron did not pray for rescission, and the Mickens have made it quite clear in their arguments before the court and their brief before this court that they did not, and they did not want rescission. So Damron was never advised that the theory of rescission would be advanced, and accordingly never prepared to address such a theory. Said if Damron had any inkling such relief might be sought, it could have and would have sought leave to amend its affirmative defenses. These are some quoted case law cases. They said that to grant such relief when neither party sought the relief and neither was in any way put on notice that such relief might be granted is plainly error. Granting relief neither requested, noticed, nor litigated by a party constitute denial of due process. Moreover, this court has already ruled in the prior appeal of this very cause that it cannot affirm the award of relief sought by neither party. Third, even if the Mickens had prayed for rescission, they would not be entitled to such relief since they had an adequate remedy at law under the breach of contract claim, which they in fact asserted. And fourth, Judge Moore appears to have justified the award based upon her findings of some species of fraud on the part of Damron Construction Company. Okay, so this is let everybody know that Judge Moore is misrepresenting. She's just committing a crime. This is what I mean by unlawfully replacing Judge Strickland's finding. But what she's doing, she's creating this authority for Judge Constein, the Second District Court of Appeal. When the Second District Court of Appeal affirmed this, they were granting Judge Constein in particular the authority to create fraudulent orders and fraudulent judgments against us. That is fraud upon the court. The only way, as you heard me say, the only way that they could create these fraudulent orders and judgment was to lie and said that we were essentially, we were seeking rescission. And that's what we were attempting. But that's a lie. I hope you can see it. That's a lie. Our pleadings, our complaints, our counterclaims, our cross claims, and our third party claims all show and prove what we desired and sought. The Damrons agree 100%. Nobody alleged these unsolicited evaluations by Judge Moore. She was not our lawyer. This is fraud upon the court. I hope I made that clear. Because, believe me, this was a game changer. This was turning the innocent into being the guilty, and the guilty into being the innocent. Now, let me get to the person who started all of this and why this thing has continued up to this day. Now, trust me, I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. Okay? Everything that I am saying to you is backed by the evidence, is backed by Judge Strickland and Judge Moore's adjudicated findings of facts and conclusions of law. Everything that I'm stating to you is supported by Judge Strickland's findings on the merits of my fraud, cancellation of deed, quiet title, ejectment, and breach of construction contract action. Now, the person I'm talking to you about mainly, the number one man here in Polk County. Oh, I don't like to call people out of his name, but I got to come at you. I got to tell you, I'm going to call him Hypocrite Hill, because I got some notes on him on some of the things that he said in the past. And this just proved that the man he set himself up above the law, because the same standards that he applied to others, same laws that he applied to others, they don't apply to him. Okay, Mr. Hill made a major misrepresentation, and his investigators and assistant state attorney, specifically Jerry Hill, the state attorney, Don Pale, his economic crime investigator, and you had assistant state attorney Mike Cusick, and you had the chief state attorney investigation by the name of Perry Burkham. All of them from the beginning. Oh, they conspired, agreed to condone, conceal, and cover up, and fraudulently, this is the key, they fraudulently conspired to misrepresent that Ron and Gloria Mickens conveyed or transferred our title to Damron Construction Company. That's a lie. Judge Strickland proved that it was a lie. Judge Moore proved that was a lie. We told him from day one that was a lie. But he treated us like we were nothing. He didn't want to hear anything that we had to say, talking to us. And he got 5 letters over here. I have 5 letters over here from Jerry Hill coming up talking about Miss Canady just only made a false notarization, that this was a mistake. You gotta be kidding me. And I keep telling him, and this is why I keep repeating to you, who are these people? Talking about Miss Canady made a mistake. She thought she was doing this for our convenience. Who is Stewart Title of Polk, Canady, Rewis, and Harman-Highsmith, and Chase Bank? I'm a veteran. I went to Nation Bank to get a construction loan that was going to be converted into a permanent loan. I don't know nothing about no Chase. I don't know nothing about no Stewart Title. Jerry Hill talking about he picked up a file from Stewart Title about my property. What in the world is Stewart Title having anything to do with my property? I don't know nothing about no Damron going to no Stewart Title and no Chase. but he doesn't want to hear a word that I had to say about anything. He knows though. This is why. This is so crazy. He knows these people are thieves. He and his investigators and lawyers just agreed to cover up and protect organized fraud, scheme to the fraud. They covered up that Damron was building houses under false pretenses. It ain't that complicated. They're building houses under false pretenses. But what's so crazy about this is I can't believe it. This man, even after the judge by law found this man guilty of fraud, found all of them guilty of fraud. In essence, let me just kind of go over my list once again. I know you've heard this before, but Jerry Hill is covering up organized fraud, schemes to the fraud, falsely creating, preparing, witnessing, false executing, false delivering, false recording, fraudulent transfers, fraudulent conversion of title, fraudulent encumbrance with a mortgage, fraudulent inducement of chase, fraud pretenses, fraud, mortgage fraud, silver theft, bank fraud, real estate fraud, wire fraud, slander of title, forgery, misfeasance, malfeasance, false acknowledgement, false notarization, false failure to validate signatures, performance of prohibited notary acts, conspiracy, extortion, malicious prosecution, malicious misuse and abuse of the legal process, RICO violation, racketeering. He's covering all these things up except one charge. Say she just took a false notarization. He's covering it up. In other words, he's calling all of these crimes that Miss Canady knew 100%. She had full knowledge that she was committing these crimes. You see the cover up from the state attorney? Okay, now Judge, the Second District Court of Appeal, and Judge Constein got to make up these fraudulent judgments, fraudulent orders and judgment. They got to create them. They got to fabricate them. They got to fake them. They got to set me up and my wife to be killed to justify killing us if we exercise our constitutional liberty and property rights. I hope you understand it. It's not complicated. You be the judge. The reason why Alan Damron conveyed that property to Stewart Title Guaranty Company because of Jerry Hill's lie that we transferred our property to the Damron. The reason why Stewart Title Guaranty Company today transferred our property to Dan and Angela Laird is because Jerry Hill misrepresentation that we transferred our property. The judges, which was impossible for them to do, tried to reverse Strickland based on lies. The only thing you can get from a lie is another lie. But you got to understand why he's doing it and why he did it. He's done it for the blood money. Oh, I'm an African American. I'm just going to tell you. I don't know. He just looked at me as an African American, saw my skin was dark brown, black, and he just didn't see me. He certainly did not hear me. Okay? And I say this once again. I don't know no Miss Canady. Never heard of her. I never heard of Miss Rewis. I never heard of Stewart Title of Polk, Canady Rewis. No chase. Don't you get it? Damron is a con artist. He's a thief. Jerry Hill know these things. He done got caught in a matrix of lies. You know why he knew it? Oh, he was investigating Canady, Rewis, and Highsmith on behalf of Stewart Title Guaranty Company. He know these people are thieves. He was charging these people with organized fraud and scheme to defraud. He was protecting, though, Stewart Title Guaranty Company and Stewart Title Information Service Corporation. But when it came to the public, when it came to us, Ron and Gloria Mickens, and other public members, he said what they were doing was a mistake. You see it? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this man belonged under the jail. Make no mistake about it. I guess they thought because my skin was dark brown that Ron Mickens was stupid. I couldn't talk to them. They wouldn't allow me to talk to them. When I tried to question them and them being dishonest, they didn't want to hear it. They just railroaded me. They treated us like, there's no way to describe it. I'm not going to go on because you guys got it. You got to have it. Okay? Make no mistake about it. They created, Judge Constein created these fraudulent judgments to set us up to be murdered for exercising our constitutional right. Their sheriff sent out a SWAT team to murder me based on Jerry Hill fraudulent misrepresentation that we transferred our property to Stewart Title, trying to false pretend that Miss Canady just made a mistake. You got it? He caused this whole thing because he refused to do his job, because he was collecting the blood money. He was already protecting Stewart Title because he was investigating these people. These people had civil suits and criminal actions pending. So you see the cover up? It's not complicated. Okay, now the next time that I speak with you, I'm going to talk to you about how the federal district court judge and the 11th Circuit got caught up in these Jerry Hill misrepresentations. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to hold these unhonorable people accountable. It's time for a change. I'm not a lawyer, but I visit this courtroom. What's going on in they putting these innocent people in jail every day because they can't see through the illusions. I can see through the crimes. I can see through the crap. I'm sorry. I do my best to be honest. Okay? I don't hate anybody. That's my motto. I feel like I can't do no wrong. I can't do no wrong because if I make a mistake, I'm going to change. I'm going to change it and make it right. All right. Yeah, that's good for the day. But I'm coming back. I'll see you when I see you.